I stopped posting friends this year because I don't think my place is magazine perfect. I used to spend hours to make sure my place is spotless and everything is in perfect condition before I have my friends over. But this year I just don't have the time to do it. And I don't want anyone to see the messy part of my life. But then I realized I might have fallen into this aesthetic lifestyle trap. Do you notice that everyone's taste has become more and more similar? And that includes me. The Aesop hand soap, diptyque candles, the curated neutral wardrobe. Our homes are looking more and more similar in Pinterest board and the TikTok reels. I think there are three problems with this aesthetic lifestyle trend. The first is performative consumption. We're not just buying products anymore. We're buying into this digital hierarchy and treating our personal life like a project. And the algorithm has secretly become the invisible curator, quietly training millions of us wanting the same thing and the same lifestyle. And we are really easily manipulated into those marketing strategy. The second is financial exhaustion. Instead of paying £30, you can get a £6 hand soap, or maybe this £70 candles can be replaced with something cheaper. And it makes me wonder, what if nobody else in the whole world is using it? Would you still bother to pay for a more premium version? Third, you might find me a bit dramatic. It's the erosion of identity. When we outsourced our taste to algorithm, to Pinterest board, to Instagram feed, we slowly lose our own personal touch and creativity, and eventually we might even lose our own authentic sense of self. Because we become so focused on looking like everybody else. And the scariest part is we don't even realize we're doing that. And one philosophy I really love is from Japan. It's called Wabi sabi. You might have heard the concept of repairing a broken ceramic pot with gold, but it's so much more than that. Wabi sabi nourishes everything that is authentic. It's recognized three simple truths. Nothing remains, nothing is complete, and nothing is perfect. I've been following this concept for years. It's only recently started to click with me. And there are a few lessons in this book that has helped me slowly move away from that aesthetic lifestyle and towards a more authentic lifestyle. First, let's a real life show. In chapter 2, it talks about simplifying and beautifying. In the book, it said, while the overall concept of minimalism has had a transformative impact for many, it can end up being another kind of perfection. Perhaps you're like me. You like the philosophy of minimalism and found that disciplined minimalism doesn't really work for you because you have a really hectic lifestyle. That's actually resonated with me a lot because I recently bought some of the crafty stuff and I just laid everything out on my cabinet. In my head, I always think, oh, I need to get this IKEA trolley so I can form my own hobby corner, just like other creators does. I feel like I have to figure that part out before inviting my friends over. But then the book introduces soulful simplicity, like organizing and personalizing my space without making it clinically minimal. I don't actually need a hobby corner, and actually it might clutter my home even more. And I also cook a lot. I got this mint screen air fryer and a bulky instant pot. There's no way it looks like Instagram acceptable, but this is also part of who I am, how I actually live. I'm also someone who values practicality instead of just aesthetics. I really love design magazines or Pinterest board. It's easy to feel like a home should look like this picture. But Wabi sabi reminded us it's not supposed to look like that. I've spent so much time curating this image of myself as someone who's really put together. That sometimes I don't want people to see the messy side of me, and I've decided to stop doing that. To stop copying visible outcomes. In chapter 4, the books talk about acceptance and letting go. We're constantly sold this perfect version of life. I'm guilty of this too. I basically curated my own Instagram feed into my own version of perfection. And one idea from this chapter is to choose your role model carefully. We're living in this age where anyone can influence us. It seems like everyone else but ourselves have everything figured out. They are beautiful, they have a great job, and we want that too. And naturally, the easiest path is to see what products these people are using. What clothes do they wear? What home decor do they have? What do they eat? Because these are the things we can actually see and copy. What's hard to copy is efforts they put, the disciplines, the things they sacrifice, and the time management and the priorities they have in life. And the book put it beautifully. Over the years, we place layers over our natural beauty in our endless pursuit of perfection. With anti-aging creams, accumulated stuff, job titles, and projected images that we think might make other people like us better. We keep adding these layers to be more desirable, more interesting, and more likable. Everything is already within you. You just need to appreciate it a bit more. Recently, I met a group of new people, and for some reason, we start talking about movie, and I share that I recently watched Spider-Man, and Spider-Man is my favorite Marvel superhero. And one guy responded to me and said, it is almost unheard of. I don't know anyone who is a fan of Marvel. I think that old me at that point would probably feel a bit embarrassed or maybe get a bit defensive. But at the time, I just said, oh, now you know one. Because I realized I don't really need to convince you. Also, I don't need to dislike you because you don't like what I like. And this is just my taste. I'm sure I can find my own people, and if not, that's fine too. I guess what I'm trying to say is that being authentic is also being comfortable with the things that make you different instead of constantly optimizing yourself to fit in. You don't need everyone to understand you. Number 3, spend according to your own values. Since I'm a personal finance nerd, when we have to talk about money, you might think it is just like a one-off payment. And if you spend £30, then it might just be this £30. But in my head, everything you spend is everything you don't invest, and there's compound interest. So in this book, there is a section around decluttering finances. There are a few questions that can help you get clarity, priority, and how you practice using your money wisely. I also touch on some of these in my Unsexy Money Habits videos, so go check it out if you're interested. At the end of the day, I really am not against you buying nice things or having nice experience, and it is your money. But what I would really love us to do is being really intentional about our life choices, including how we spend our money, how we show up for ourselves, and how we show up for others. A beautiful life doesn't have to be a perfectly curated life. Your home can be messy, and your taste can just be something that only you can understand. And the goal is really to live a life that feels like you. And I hope you enjoyed this video. See you!